I made this. I made the coolest armored cargo train in Minecraft. With 2 huge engines, super armored cargo wagons, and a nose that could cut through everything. This is the Trail Reaper. Hello, welcome back to a new video. My name is Ross, and today we are going to make an insanely awesome train. Now, I started to work on this train in an earlier video, which is this one, but if you haven't seen that one yet, don't worry, I will give you a small recap. So let's not wait and start building this awesome train. It's gonna be a train a bit like the Snowpiercer and some sci-fi kind of train. I'm gonna make something really cool, at least I'm gonna try. Okay, starting with a clean slate. Of course, we need some bogies, and we are going to make a few of them. And the first one should be very small, very simple, and then the back one should be a little bit bigger. I'm not sure where I'm gonna place that one, but let's see, which one should we use? We have standard or trailing. I think I will go for standard, and maybe 2, 3 wheels could be cool. Maybe a layout like this. This could work. I'm gonna make a pretty badass train where we have a very slanted front. So I want the front wheels to be lower and then the back wheels a little larger. And I put the pistons on the back for both of them. So they fill in these little gaps as well. So that looks pretty good. I think this is a good layout. I think we can work with this. Now, I've not played a lot with this mod pack, but we have a few different mods. For example, we have the framed blocks mod instead of the copycats, which gives you a lot more options. Now, I do want to keep it a little bit Minecraft-like and not completely go crazy with all these weird corners and stuff. Okay, so framed blocks do work on trains, so that's also good to know. We do have copycat as well, so we can work with that. I turn on my shaders, and also, what do you guys think? Should I play with shaders in videos or not? Because normally I always play with shaders, but I wonder what you guys think, if I should have shaders on or not. Anyway, a little tip, if you want to have a nose that goes all the way to the rail, just break the rails in front of it, as long as you don't break the rails underneath these carriages or the bogies. And then you can place blocks. And then when you glue everything together, it becomes an entity when you make a train, and then you can reconnect the rail again. So then you can build a little bit lower than you normally would be able to. So I think the nose will start from here. We will go sideways like this, and then we will taper off and go backwards. I think that's a nice silhouette. I think this shape is pretty good, so we're gonna roll with it. I try to not make too many of these slope stuff because, yeah, it kind of takes away the Minecraft feel. But I think this is gonna be a very cool train with this shape. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the train, and I'm gonna do a time lapse of that, because otherwise this video will be 2 hours long and I don't want that. So basically what the plan is to make a very fortress-like train. So it will be very armored, almost no windows, a lot of engine parts, and I want these wheels to be seen. So we will make like an arch that goes, or like a fender basically, that goes around this wheel and then goes up and then goes over these wheels as well. So we have the wheels inside. And I think that will be a very cool train.
From the top, let's go!
That's already so incredibly cool. I gave it a name. I gave it the Trail Reaper. And I also tried to give it some numbers and stuff like that. But this looks the coolest. I at least made the bare bones of it. So we have the style. We have the shape of it. And I love this. I love the sharp angle. And then it rounds off a little. And I don't know. It's so cool. It looks so awesome. Of course, I'm only making one side and then we copy to the other side. But this looks so cool. So what I did was actually I started, of course, with the nose. I wanted to give it some kind of cockpit, but I would like to make it glow in the dark. So if I make it night, you can see that it is glowing. Same goes for the engine over here. I did this in one of my other trains as well. And it's such a cool little extra detail. These are just like crushing wheels. And in between you have like this little gap. And I placed these magma blocks behind it. And that gives that little glow. So that's really, really cool. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do here. And I'm still having to figure out what to do here. Also, the stone is still a placeholder. I do like the gray color though. So I will try to find a block that has a similar color. So some gunmetal kind of gray for this train, but not stone, because you clearly can see that it is stone. But yeah, this train is so awesome. So let's just keep on working on this and try to finish it off.
From the top, let's go!
And there we go. Yeah, I kind of rushed through everything. There's not a lot that I added. But yeah, it's done. And I kept the gray. I kept the stone. So yeah, I didn't add that much. I just finished the whole train. Don't look at this part, the back bogie or the back wagon, because that's just me trying something, see what it looks like. This is not the actual design. But yeah, the train, the front part is basically done. I gave it some kind of nose design, so that looks pretty strong now. And yeah, everything else is now completely done. So I hope you are now caught up. And as you can see, I did something different to the train. I have some weird colors around it. And what I did in the meantime is actually switch colors. I changed the stone for concrete. And I must say, that looks awesome. It's sad that we don't have any darker color of these. But other than that, this looks actually really sick. I think I will go for this. So that means I will switch this side also into concrete. And there we go. This looks awesome. This looks super cool. I really like the darker color. I was trying to make some really cool kind of Snowpiercer train-like thing. And the inspiration is a little bit like this sci-fi, like old 80s or 90s anime kind of Gundam kind of structure. So it doesn't make sense for train-wise. I know that this train is absolutely nothing realistic to it. For example, this bogie is turned the wrong way around. That's intentional. Same for this one. This one is also turned around, intentional. Also, it has a really big long back and it's floating, which is also intentional. So yeah, it makes no sense realistically, but it just looks really cool. And I really, really like it. There is basically no interior in this thing. So if you want to drive this train, you probably will sit in the carriage behind it. Think of it like some kind of robot train, like an automatic train that drives from A to B, where you don't really have to drive it yourself. And with that said, we are going to destroy this thing, this ugly looking thing, and we are going to create a really cool wagon behind the engine. But first, let's completely destroy this part. Let's start with the bogies, and I don't know if I already told you, but we have the new blocks and bogies mod, which is really cool. So we can choose whatever we really want. So these are the trailing versions, and honestly, it looks pretty cool. I like the little touch of brass or orange because we have it over here as well. So it does fit. Although I do like to see the wheels a bit. And right here, you don't really have that. And it might look a little small. We also can only have 4 axles. And with this one, we can do a little bit more. For now, I think I will just stick with these ones over here. And then later down the line, we can always change it if we want to. So I truly have no idea what I'm doing. And I just go with the flow. And maybe then that's better to do it in a time lapse, honestly, because I could really ramble on for hours when building. So let's do a little time lapse. You know how I make these trains? Well, I just throw some blocks against the wall and see what sticks. I truly have no plans whatsoever when making this. Like, this is just basically winging it. This is what I normally do. When I start building something, with this one I kind of had a rough idea that I wanted this shape. Over here though, I really didn't know what to do. So what I did was took a lot of inspiration from the first wagon, and for example, bigger engine on the side, like over there. And I just added a lot of detail blocks. So I just tried to grab as many different little blocks with different shapes and throw it in and see how it looks. But this looks so cool. I still have to make the connection between the two, which I will do later, but it looks so cool. Also, I have now 3 bogies underneath this. Now, this is not practical because you don't want more than 2 bogies on one wagon. That's just the rule of the create mod, and therefore this middle one will be free spinning, meaning that everything of this thing will be glued except the middle one. And also we have an inside, but as you can see, it's almost nothing. Like we literally have no space whatsoever in here. It's like the smallest amount of space that you can have. And also we have this issue. It's a little bit see-through, as you can see, like right in between those blocks, you can look through them. So basically, I probably will just place some blocks here so you don't look through them anymore. And with that, you don't have any space in here whatsoever anymore. And then the next wagons will actually have an inside and room to move around. But yeah, in this case, it doesn't have any space. The roof design is still a little bland. I will make some adjustments here and there, add some extra blocks or extra details. But yeah, the shape-wise, it looks so menacing, so cool. I'm really happy with the shape. So next thing is the next wagon. And actually this will be also the last wagon, because that wagon will basically make up the whole train. So we have engine, extra engine, all the wagons that we are going to build right now, and then we'll just copy paste them. And then we have these 2 at the end as well. So that will make up the whole train. So we only have to basically create 1 more wagon and just stack it. I have a plan on what I want to make on the next wagon, but we first have to actually extend the rail a little bit. And for the next part, I have an idea. I want to make one of these wagons with like a big door or like a big, I don't know, sliding thing. If you have ever seen Star Wars, don't mind my outfit because that's for another video. Anyway, if you have seen Star Wars, you have these ships that like deploy a lot of droids. And also you have that weird bus train thing from that one iRobot movie.
There's no way my luck is that bad.
That's kind of the idea. What I have, have a wagon that has like a huge like sliding door on the front or on the side, and to give the idea that there is like something inside that can be deployed. That's kind of the idea that I want to give, because this doesn't look like something that would actually carry passengers. It doesn't look like a passenger train. This time I will use 2 bogies instead of 3, and then in the middle we will just do something in front to make it look like it is one piece. And also I will try to give it an inside, because you have to be able to actually drive the train, and there is no inside of this train at all. So we're gonna do it in here. So that's gonna be interesting. What if we use a beam in the middle, and then if we use some copycats like so, so we have a little, it goes a little inwards because these are also a little bit more inwards. Then we can break those blocks again and replace the track because we destroyed it. And now we can give it any color or any block that we want, and that will kind of cover it. And that actually looks all right. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. Gave it a color, and yeah, that we want an inside also means that there should be blocks over here, and of course we have to have as much inside room as possible. So what I was planning on doing is like placing just some blocks over here. This is just a placeholder. Have some copycat layers and put this on top. And we can give this any thickness that we want. And with that, we have space on the inside. I want to give the idea of that this door is insanely big. So almost the whole length. And only these 2 blocks on the ends are not the blocks that will be the door, basically. And what I was thinking is I made this out of the half layers. And I will make this one a little thicker. Like a lot thicker, actually. Maybe this one. Ooh, yes. Something like that. And then the next layer will also be copycat layers. Just the normal ones on top. And we will make this one also a little thicker. Something like this. And for now, I will make these sides gray. And this will be the door. Huh. I don't know exactly if this looks good. You know, sometimes simplicity is better than going all out and crazy with design. We did that over here, but I think with the next wagons, we're just gonna kind of keep it simple. And I kind of like this. This is pretty simple. I will do something with these sides over here, because that's very bland. But other than that, it looks like a huge sliding door, which is exactly what I wanted. So that looks kind of all right. Also, we can remove all these inner blocks because now we have space on the inside. What if we give it this wing again? What we did over here. Like over here, we have this wing that sticks out and it looks pretty cool from the top. But what if we do it over there as well? You know what? That's pretty cool. We only need some detail in these blocks right here because there is not really any detail in there. Great. This looks awesome. This is gonna be so cool, especially if it's completely closed off. And there we go. It's copied to the other side. And now we have a full actual working wagon, like with an actual interior. As you can see, we have finally some space. So over here we can do really anything, which I'm not gonna work on right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the the connecting parts over here, the walkways basically, maybe some connection on the bottom with some pipes and stuff to make it look a little bit cooler. When that's done, I will glue all of them the right way. When that's done, I will make a copy of this one, copy it like 3 or 4 times more, then copy these 2, flip them to the other side, and then we have a completely full, insanely cool looking train. Look at this. This is awesome. It's such a cool long train and everything is glued if I did it correctly. But yeah, look at this. Hopefully I glued everything the right way. It was a lot of work, but basically all of these are glued now, and also this one is separate So I made sure that for this one and for that one over there, those are separately glued because otherwise this one wouldn't work. But everything should work. Also, I made a little way in, so there is a door over here on the other side as well, over here. And here we have the train control. So now the big reveal. Is this train going to work? Let's try it. 18 bogies. 3, 2, 1. Come on. It's lagging. Yes, it works. It works. The train works. Awesome. Such an awesome train. I'm so happy how this turned out. This thing, it looks so robust. It looks so strong. It's so cool that it actually goes all the way down. And just standing next to it, this thing looks huge. It reminds me really of like that old kind of 90s very machinery sci-fi kind of drawings that you see a lot in like anime and that kind of stuff. It's just so cool. I really love that. I love that this part is also like basically an engine. So you have like 2 engines. And yeah, it's just awesome. And you still have room to do something in here. You see, it's like there is still room in here. You can, well, do whatever you want. You can go from one to the other, as you can see. And it just, yeah, this is awesome. It definitely gives the vibe of a transporter train. And that's exactly what I wanted. So yes, this is awesome. I hope you guys like this train. It was a lot of fun to make it. Now, of course, a lot of people are going to wonder, is there a schematic? Yes, there is a schematic. The schematic will be on my Patreon. You can go there. The link is down in the description, so you can check it out right there. And of course, the mod pack will also be included, so you can actually have this train in your own world. So with that, thank you so much for all the support. And also go check it out because there are a lot of really, really cool projects on there for you to download. And of course, thank you for the YouTube members. Those are also very important. So thank you very much. If you want to see more of these kind of projects, then don't forget to subscribe. There are some really cool projects coming. So if you don't want to miss that out, then consider to subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And also you really don't want to miss out when those new projects come along because oh, they are gonna be awesome. To give you a little sneak peek, I am going away from trains and also try other kind of vehicles. For example, like cars. So that's gonna be very, very cool. There are also gonna be like special resource packs for that. So it's gonna be absolutely awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys will enjoy this train if you choose to pick one up. So it's really, this is a really cool thing. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.